As the Senate debates the SAVE Act and changes to U.S. voting, a new CBS News poll shows the idea of needing photo ID to vote has wide support nationally. But that does not mean that everyone sees problems with the current voting system. CBS News Executive Director of Elections and Surveys, Anthony Salvanto, joins us now to break down the new data. Anthony, great to see you. So give us a sense here. Do Americans actually see fraud and problems with the current voting system?
So some do, but it's not that widely held in opinion. It's very partisan. I'm going to get to that. But let me start with this, Elaine, because what you said at the top, do people favor showing a photo ID to vote? That's 80%. It does get wide support. And if I break that down by partisanship, yeah, this is what you'd expect, right? Republicans are talking a lot about the SAVE Act, the bill, et cetera, 95%. But it's 2/3 of Democrats and it's a lot of independents, too. Having said that, this might seem to folks like a good idea in their minds. That doesn't mean it's addressing something that they necessarily think is widespread. So let me show you this. The idea, if we ask, do you think there's widespread or no voter fraud in U.S. elections, you get predominantly a partisan response. You get just over half of Republicans saying that. But it's just over half. Even that, it's a majority, but it's not overwhelming, and then less so among the other parties.
Really interesting to see. So what do people think would happen if proof of citizenship would be required to register?
Okay, so the implications of that are different by party as well, because you get Dems a little more likely to say they think it'd be more citizens prevented from voting, whereas Republicans more predominantly think that would be non-citizens prevented from voting. In this case, it would be illegal, right? So that's the difference in what they think the implications are coming out of this.
Interesting. And what do people think of the SAVE Act?
Okay, a lot of people say they don't know much about it, because there's a lot in it, right? So if you take a look, and I'll scroll over here, the favor or oppose on it, okay, that's a mix, but you get this big not sure. And the reason behind that is when you ask, okay, what do you think's in it? What do you know about it? You only get 15% that say they feel like they know a lot of the specifics. So look, these wider views about what happens in elections, about what happens in mail voting, we've seen that from Republicans for years, since the 2020 election. So contextually, that's not new. But what you do then also see here is that wide partisan, across party lines, on the idea anyway, of having a photo ID to vote.
All right, really interesting, Anthony Salvanto. Thank you.
Thank you.